Now that you know how to use your dashboard, let's look at projects and youth volunteers. Here's your project calendar. This includes all of your scheduled projects. To view a project, just click on it. You can add and edit any details that you'd like here. Just click Save. If you need to delete a project, just click Delete Project. Here's your roster for this project. You can see all of the youth volunteers that have participated, including the hours that they've served. Here you can see the total volunteers and total hours for this project. If you need to add a youth volunteer, you can do so here. Just click Save. To export the roster for your project, you can do so here. To add a project, click the Add Project button at the top left-hand side and fill in all of the details. We'll do park maintenance. Select the strategic focus areas that this project falls into. Remember that a project can be more than one strategic focus area. If you're unsure of what strategic focus area your project fits into, mouse over the question marks by each area for examples. If your project has specific requirements like maximum amount of youth volunteers or minimum age, fill in this information here. Fill in the address, any school that you're partnering with, and any agency. Also your team leaders. If there are any specific notes for this project, enter them here, like wear closed-toe shoes. Click Save. This project will now show up on your project's calendar. To add youth to your project, click the project and add them here. If all of your youth served the whole time, you can set all hours, and Ydat will assign the hours accordingly. However, if you have a youth volunteer that has to leave early, you can change that here. Just make sure to save. If this project is a recurring project, you can add a date here, and Ydat will save it for the following date. To add a youth volunteer, go to the Youth Volunteers tab and click Add Youth Volunteer. Here you'll fill in all of the details for this youth volunteer, including if they're disadvantaged youth or living with a disability. You can see all of your youth volunteers here. If you'd like to see your inactive youth, click the box Show Inactive Youth. Although there are only a few fields shown here, you can export all of your youth volunteers to see more details, like address, phone number, school. This is great for if you need to do a mail merge or send a newsletter. At the bottom of the youth volunteer page, you can see a summary of your youth volunteer statistics. An ongoing youth volunteer is a youth volunteer that has served at least 30 hours in their YVC career, including 1 hour this program year. Ydat will automatically populate that for you. Here's your chart for volunteers by ethnicity. You can see the breakdown of your youth volunteers simply by mousing over. The same with gender. Your youth volunteers have the opportunity to set up their own Ydat profile and see their own hours. To invite them to do this, you can select them here and click Invite Selected to Ydat. This is your youth volunteer page.